Opening its doors almost 160 years ago as the first public university in the state, the Florida State University remains a leader of higher education in the country.
Built on the ideals of having the strength to stand up for what is right,
given the skill to further our great institution,
and maintain the moral character that sets each of us apart,
the Florida State University asks you to distinguish yourself.
Find your place on campus.
have fun,
Get involved.
And be the person you want to become.
As students today, we have the obligation to become the best alumni of tomorrow.
Distinguish yourself means
experiencing everything Florida State has to offer.
Enjoying the times with your friends that become your family.
Distinguish yourself by doing things you never thought possible.
being a part of the continuing tradition of respect, unity, and excellence.
And above all, to distinguish yourself means you're on your way to becoming a Seminole forever.
You are part of what we are today.
You are part of what we will be tomorrow.
We are all the beginning of the next century of the Florida State University.
How will you choose to distinguish yourself?
It is said that our rivals can hear this FSU tradition, a sense of our spirit from miles away.
The Spirit Drum has received nationally recognized acclaim as one of the most prominent Seminole traditions. In 1993, Burning Spear reignited the legacy of beating the Spirit Drum for 72 hours prior to the FSU vs. Miami football game to give the FSU community a way to participate in promoting Seminole pride.
This was the same season as the successful Heisman campaign for Charlie Ward. Ever since, the Spirit Drum makes its annual appearance at the FSU Miami and FSU UF football games.
Spirit Drum is present at every FSU home football game 2 hours prior to kickoff at the Seminole Family Statue at Gate K. The drum has become not only a nationally recognized college tradition, but an integral part of any true Seminoles game day experience.
These are the sounds of the FSU group, deemed by Sports Illustrated as the band that never lost a halftime, the FSU Marching Chiefs. It all began in the late 1930s, when the first formal band was organized at the Florida State College for Women.
With less than 20 members, the band made its first performance at the Odds and Evens intramural football game on Thanksgiving Day in 1939. The band didn't become officially organized until 1941, when an ad for tryouts was published. Today, the Marching Chiefs are the largest college marching band in the world, with membership comprised from almost every academic department within the university.
Thanks to the Chiefs, students, alumni, and all fans can take part in our next tradition, the FSU War Chant and Chop.
Florida State's war chant might have begun with a random occurrence that took place during a 1984 contest with the Auburn Tigers. Most Seminole historians might remember it to be a tradition that holds over 30 years in its evolution. With the popular Seminole cheer of the 1960s, Massacre, led by the members of the Marching Chiefs chanting its melody, so was the first stage of the current popular Seminole cry. In a sense, Massacre was the long version of FSU's current war chant.
The chant continued largely by the student body in 1985. By the 1986 season, it was a stadium-wide activity. Of course, the Marching Chiefs refined the chant, plus put its own special brand of accompaniment to the war chant, and the result exists today.
The gesture, known as the tomahawk chop, or simply the chop, is a motion involving a repetitious bend of the arm at the elbow, intended to symbolize a tomahawk swinging down, and is one of the most widely recognized Seminole traditions. Perhaps the most spectacular tradition in all of college football happens in our very own Doak Campbell Stadium, when a student portraying the famous Seminole Indian leader, Osceola, charges down the field riding an Appaloosa horse named Renegade and plants a flaming spear at midfield to begin every home game.
Bill Durham, a 1965 graduate of FSU, envisioned the idea of Osceola and Renegade when he was a sophomore in the homecoming committee in 1962. He didn't get any support from the idea until Bobby Bowden came to FSU as head coach in the 1970s. Mr. Durham then sought and obtained the approval of with the Seminole Tribe of Florida, and during the opening game of the 1978 football season, he began the pageantry of Osceola and Renegade as a tribute to the Seminole people.
Since that time, Osceola, an authentic regalia designed by the Seminole Tribe and Renegade, have opened every home game with the traditional planting of the spear.
Each year, a week of events are planned to celebrate Florida State students and welcome back alumni. Our annual homecoming parade, hosted by the Student Alumni Association, accumulates that week-long celebration.
With thousands of participants and spectators, College Avenue becomes a place to be the Friday before the homecoming game. The parade features student organization floats, performers, marching bands, and begins the evening's festivities.
Following the parade, the annual homecoming pep rally, Powwow, is held at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. Powwow features performances by the FSU cheerleaders, the FSU Golden Girls, FSU Flying High Circus, as well as various student organizations.
The voice of the Seminoles, Mr. Gene Deckerhoff, hosts the events and includes appearances by head football coach Bobby Bowden, the football players, and other special invited guests. Powwow features a headlining comedian.
Past performers have included Sarah Silverman, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, Laird the Cable Guy, Cedric the Entertainer, Dane Cook, and many others.
The evening also includes the coronation of the new homecoming chief and princess.
This long-standing tradition dates back to the FSU College of Women days, where only a princess was chosen. But now, the Student Alumni Association hosts the annual homecoming chief and princess election, where 6 senior men and 6 senior women are elected to represent their class.
The winners are announced at the end of Powwow. The following day, the newly crowned chief and princess are presented with authentic Seminole headdresses from the members of the Seminole Tribe. Notable alum Governor Charlie Crist is a past FSU homecoming chief.
Each week, the Oglesby Union turns into the place to be. Market Wednesday is a medley of activities that occurs each Wednesday in the Union courtyards. A combination of recognized student organizations, market vendors, and passerbys truly makes this a central point on campus.
So whether you are checking out organizations here on Florida State's campus, shopping, or just enjoying the atmosphere, there's always a place for you at Market Wednesdays. Constructed in 2003, the Unconquered statue was built to represent the struggles, persistence, pride, and glory of the Florida State student body, staff, and alumni. The massive structure, including its granite-covered pedestal base, stands approximately 31 feet high from the ground level to the tip of the sphere, about the size of a 3-story building.
At sunset the night before each home game, the spear is ignited and burns until sunrise on the morning after the game. Lightings also occur for other major university milestones. The Unconquered statue completely respects and honors the traditions of the Seminole tribe while exuding the unconquered spirit of the Florida State Seminoles. And finally, we are standing in front of one of the most recognizable locations on Florida State's campus, the Westcott Fountain.
The Westcott Fountain was a gift from the graduating classes of 1915 and 1917. The fountain is a symbol of Florida State University's heritage and pays homage to those who have come before us.
The Westcott Fountain is also the site of one of the best traditions here at FSU, getting dunked on your 21st birthday.
This has been a long-standing tradition at Florida State University. It's said that you're not a true Seminole until you have been dunked into the Westcott Fountain. It has also been said that some of the presidents have taken a dip in the Westcott Fountain from time to time.